Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Podchaser, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 88 coming soon. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So, I just watched Jurassic World Dominion. It is, let's say, the third movie in the Jurassic World franchise, but overall, it's the sixth movie in the Jurassic Park franchise. So, some people will go to the ticket booth and ask for Jurassic World 3 or Jurassic Park 6, however you want to play it. But just say Jurassic World Dominion. It stars Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill, DeWanda Weiss, Isabella Sermon, Campbell Scott, Omar Sy, B.D. Wong. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but it's directed by Colin Trevorrow. He directed Safety Not Guaranteed, the first Jurassic World, and the Book of Henry, not Star Wars Episode 9. So we are 4 years removed from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and the dinosaurs are like, it is literally a Jurassic World. There is a new company, not InGen. There's a new company that has caused global chaos. You got Sam Neill, Laura Dern. They have their cause, which Jeff Goldblum is kind of sort of indirectly involved with. Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard have their thing going on, and of course it all comes to a head. Jurassic Park is just one of those franchises. It's an event franchise. And Colin Trevorrow revitalized, gave this franchise new life. So, like, I wasn't that high on Fallen Kingdom. Somewhere within this video, I will card my review. I was still excited for Dominion. I was bummed last year when it got pushed a full year back. And I still really enjoy the Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard back and forth. I've always dug their chemistry in this franchise. Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum. And they're not like, you can argue that even in Scream 4, Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette come back to this franchise, Scream 4, Scream that just came out, just to like have the legacy characters included. I think this past Scream, at the very least, could have survived without them in it. Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern, Sam Neill are as important to this movie as Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. DeWanda Weiss, it's like, everybody knows, like, Chris Pratt is like Owen Grady, he's military badass. DeWanda Weiss is just as badass, step for step, as Chris Pratt. Hands down. She steals a couple scenes. She's a very dope character. And I like, ever since, I don't know when the premiere was, but ever since the world, ever since the masses has seen Jurassic World Dominion, I've seen nothing but negative responses, feedback, criticism. I don't get it. This is nowhere near as good as Jurassic Park, Steven Spielberg, game-changing masterpiece. But this is like, Fallen Kingdom is my least favorite. This is leaps and bounds more entertaining than Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, in my opinion. The cloning and the auctioning, it got, like, it jumped the shark. But Colin Trevorrow comes back, and the franchise is fun again. I like 2.5 hours. I will say at least for the first 2 hours, the pacing was great. It kind of blew by. Like, it felt there were like spy movie elements with dinosaurs. I'm telling you, like, Universal Pictures, Jurassic World Dominion, a Universal Pictures release, like, they mimicked a shot from The Bourne Ultimatum. There was a split second shot where it was like they paid homage to The Shining. I feel like there were other like nods and winks to other movies that I may have missed. I will say, like, my main concern going into this movie was like, is Jeff Goldblum gonna feel like Ian Malcolm, or is he gonna feel like this like hipster grandpa that we've come to know of his like public persona basically ever since he worked with Wes Anderson? And he did feel more like the guy that we know him to be in public now. And like, that's fine. He was still entertaining and still had a lot to do in this movie. There were a couple scenes where I was worried for him. But so yeah, like he's like hipster grandpa Jeff Goldblum in this, as opposed to the character that he played in the 90s. The Jurassic Park, the Lost World Jurassic Park guy that we knew. That's how it all starts. Then there's running and screaming. The big bad, the stupid human. Dodson, we got Dodson here. See, nobody cares. Campbell Scott, Weasley, same House of Cards guy that we know. He's like this Weasley guy in everything I've seen him in. He's a good human antagonist. There are like, all the dinosaurs look cool. There are a couple badass dinosaur fights. There are a couple there's like one big dinosaur fight where they like focus on the humans, and it's like come on, like, I want to see the dinosaurs fight. So like little nitpicks, little complaints, gripes. But overall, I had a fun time watching Jurassic World Dominion. Again, I just don't get, like, the humans did some dumb shit. There is a worldwide effect of the dumb shit they did. So it gets some focus. Like, that's what writing is. I feel like this is the conclusion. This is marketed as the conclusion of the Jurassic era. Speaking of marketing, I hate the poster. Like, none of the posters had the logo that says Jurassic World Dominion, except the one that had like the main cast members. None of the cool Jurassic Park posters have cast members on them, so I didn't want that one. So I had to settle for the logo without the title. It's again like a personal complaint, but nothing that like affected the final product of the movie. No matter how successful this is, I do feel like at least within like 8 to 10 years, we'll get Jurassic Park 7, Jurassic World 4, Jurassic Park 7, but like where they can't do anything but like Jurassic Universe, fucking dinosaurs either on the moon or Mars, or like everybody wants to go to Mars. Why don't we ever go closer to the sun? I didn't hate Fallen Kingdom, but I just thought like the only other way to go is down. But bringing Colin Trevorrow back worked, in my opinion. I will say that, in my opinion, Jurassic World Dominion is almost dope. I enjoyed this movie. So have you seen Jurassic World Dominion, man? What you think about it? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. I have most recently posted reviews for Top Gun Maverick and the Bob's Burgers movie. Next weekend, I want to watch and review Lightyear. The weekend after that, I want to watch and review Elvis. Be on the lookout for all of that, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.